Welcome everyone and thank you so much for joining in. As we can see guys, the price of Bitcoin is flashing us some very interesting scenario, and we are going to talk about all of this one by one in this video. But before I do that, I want you guys to quickly destroy that like button, and those individuals watching this for the first time, come on, do not hesitate to hit that subscribe button and the bell. Now if you look at the price action of Bitcoin here in a 4-hour time frame, nothing much has changed. Price of Bitcoin, after breaking the support from this rising wedge, has started to show weakness, because we know the price opportunity from this rising wedge, which is a bearish continuation pattern, is still open, and that is still lying around 25,500 to 26,000 range. Yes guys, this horizontal trend line to the downside will be looked as our upcoming price target for Bitcoin, as long as it remain below 28,000 range, because we know parallelly the price of Bitcoin, even after this retracement here to the downside around 25,500, 26,000, it could still flip into a bullish continuation pattern known as descending broadening wedge. I mean, price of Bitcoin, if it does shows weakness, if it does gets attracted here to the downside first like this, right, then that could be looked as a retest. Price coming back to test the golden pocket around 25,900, 26,000 range, and then slowly start with another continuation like this, just like as shown here in an example. Because if you look at this descending broadening wedge example, price showed a retracement, and what happened after the retracement, after testing some key line, it started breaking it to the upside. So this is exactly what could be also unfolding in our case. Price coming back to test the key line of support before turning bullish. So let us not panic unless the price of Bitcoin breaks below 26,000 support line. And now, even if you look at this in a very simple way, we can see, yes, the price of Bitcoin is still facing resistance from this previous temporary support line. The line which previously acted as the support rejected us twice. So now the question here is it going to be a continuation here to the downside? Price getting attracted towards the key line one more time before showing another impulsiveness, because we know this area where we are right now, 26,500, 26,600, is also the area where the bottom CPR line is lying around. If you look at the September CPR, right, you can see this horizontal trend line, the lower CPR line is at 26,500, and also the exact area where this bottom CPR line is lying around. So if the price in the medium short term loses the support from this bottom CPR line, then we will be free falling, and in that case again, this golden pocket label and even the price opportunity from this rising wedge could be on the line. So what I'm trying to pinpoint here is that unless the price breaks out of this falling trend line, breaks out from this CPR line, central bottom and top CPR line, it will be looked as a bearish continuation pattern. Yes guys, the price of Bitcoin failing to break out of this 27,000 range will be clearly following this downtrend, because we know, if you look at this in a bigger frame, in a weekly time frame, this moving average is one of the most important line for us right now. The 200 weekly moving average, which acted as one of the most important line of support in the past price action, and each and every time the price of Bitcoin tested that line, this 200 weekly moving average, only after that the price of Bitcoin started with an actual impulsiveness. And now if we look in our case, even though this capitulation phase has already ended, the price of Bitcoin is unfortunately below this 200 weekly moving average. So in the medium short term, or in the upcoming days, if we do break out of this 28,000 range, then you can see we will be coming back above this 200 weekly moving average, which right now is sitting around 27,800. Yes, to turn the price of Bitcoin bullish, we have to overcome the resistance from this 200 weekly moving average as well, because we know parallelly along with the 200 weekly moving average, even the 21 weekly EMA is holding us right now. The same line which previously acted as a line of support rejected us. So if the price of Bitcoin in the medium short term overcomes this 28,000 resistance line, then there is a very high probability of price also breaking out of this horizontal trend line to form a new higher highs. And now if we do break to the downside, price failing to break out of the 28,000, then this is what I see. Price getting attracted here to the downside around this lower trend line, which right now is around 20,000, 21,000 range, and only after that start with an actual impulsiveness. Yes guys, the price of Bitcoin, if it loses support around 26, 25,000, it will be looked as a bearish continuation pattern, and this lower trend line from the broadening wedge or megaphone pattern will attract us, and that parallelly will also invalidate this bullish scenario which could be playing out in our case. Yes, after finding support around 25,000, you can see the price of Bitcoin also looks like forming a double bottom type of formation. So in the medium short term, if we do lose the support around 25,000, then the price will invalidate this double bottom type of formation, and in that case we could be heading towards to test the support from this 24,000 and even another support which we have around 21,000 before choosing an actual trend duration. So these are some bearish scenarios that could be unfolding if the price of Bitcoin fails to break out of this certain line of support and resistance. But if we do flip the resistance line, this falling trend line around 28,000, then the price of Bitcoin parallelly could be forming another bullish continuation pattern, which is known as bump and run reversal pattern. Breaking the resistance around 28,000 will also validate this bump and run reversal pattern, which could clearly bring us above 30,000 and also higher. So for this bullish scenarios to play out, we definitely want the price of Bitcoin to break out from this 28,000 here to the upside. And in the medium short term, I mean in the smaller time frame, we are looking at this price structure as a symmetrical triangle. Yes, we are looking at this formation as a symmetrical triangle. So if the price of Bitcoin wants to break here to the upside like this, then in the medium short term, this is in hourly time frame, we have to flip this resistance, the upper trend line from the symmetrical triangle, into support, and we are not allowed to break below this lower trend line. So if the price in the medium short term breaks the support which we have around 26,500, then there is a very high probability that we are going to see another continuation to the downside. In that case, you can see 26,200, 26,300 could be on the line. But breaking out from the upper trend line from the symmetrical triangle will result in a small rally which could bring us back around this previous side, 26,700, 26,800 range. So let's hope for the best. Let's hope in the bigger frame the price remains above 26,000 and also flips this resistance around 28,000 into proper support, because by doing that we will invalidate some bearish scenario lining up for Bitcoin, and price is expected to show another continuation here to the upside to form a new higher high. So these are some of the quick updates that I wanted to share with you in this video. If you enjoyed my work, then please guys destroy that like button, and to those individuals watching this for the first time, to hit the subscribe button and the bell. So by saying this, I'm signing out. My name is Anup. Bye bye.